So greetings, we're ready to go. For those of you who are just joining us, which is everybody, welcome to St. Louis, American Midwest. It's the William Purser Center at Logan University, St. Louis, Missouri, for these 2022 American Open Championships. We've got 8 in this. The first event is the women's 50 and 55 kilo deciders. There's 3 in the 55, 2 from the Americas, plus from Great Britain, Charlotte McGuinness. We had the introductions about 10 minutes ago. We've got 3 reigning Americas champions in this, a World Junior Champion, World Championship silver and bronze medalist, and a former Pan Am champ too. Plus a couple who we saw for the first time at the World Championships back in December in Georgia in Tbilisi. Late start today, by the way. It's 3 p.m. local time. That's because quite a lot of people have had problems due to the way things are in the United States and planes and stuff. If you've been in Europe this summer, you know all about it. It's happening here too. Nobody got here on time. Well, some didn't. Some did. Right, here we go. Fabiola Perez of Mexico. Her first attempt. It's 63. Was originally going to go for 66. The World Junior Champion has got a lifetime best of 65. Mexican champion, it is her first major adult championship, having taken gold in Tbilisi at the end of November in those one-day junior championships. 20 years old, which makes sense because she was a junior last year. So Fabiola Perez going for 63 to get the competition underway. She's in the heavier weight division of the two being competed here. 55 kilos. And she started well. That's a good lift. It's 3 out of 3 in her favor. That's a really nice advantage. That's a medal. End of story. There's 3 competing in this, 2 from the Americas, 1 from outside. And that should get her on the podium at the end. Our referee on the right, by the way, there, Richard Mason, who you normally hear is the excellent stadium announcer. He's got a different role this week, and there he is doing it. Jenny Ortiz is our center referee for this from Colombia. Really decent lift that was by Fabiola Perez. Very strong and simple, and that gets her underway. Just in terms of the day's schedule, just past 3 o'clock in St. Louis at 4:40. It's the men's 59 kilo final, followed by the men's 65 final at 6:30. And the women's 61 decider is at 8:10. And hey, all of us in Europe, we always call this place St. Louis. We're always wrong. It's like Tbilisi. It ain't. It's Tbilisi. And it wasn't Louis Armstrong either. It was Louis Armstrong. So now you know. Chile, Nayadet Garces is next, going for 75. And this will be a new lifetime best for her. The reason for that is she didn't get a mark at the World Championships in Tbilisi back in the end of November. She's from Concepcion, found in a big talent spotting search that they have in Chile from time to time, coached by Juan Carlos Parra and Victor Rubila. As usual, a very large Chilean team here, frankly. Sent a massive team to Japan, to Kitakyushu 4 years ago for the Asia Oceania Championship. So a few European countries have repaid the compliment this week. Almost every event actually has competitors from outside the Americas in this, unlike what we saw in Korea 2 weeks ago, where there were only 3 from outside. And one of those, Herbert Esatuno, is competing today. So Naida Garces, 75. This in the 50 kilo competition. This for the lead. Looks like we're going to go to the flags. And we will do. And it's all three whites in her favour. It's a good lift, and she has the lead. In the 50 kilo final, Naida Garces hits the front for Chile. Good job, well done. 25. It is her first continental competition, having made her big bow at the end of last year in, as usual, a large Chilean team at the Worlds. One of the long-standing greats now from Mexico, Laura Sorrero, is waiting. Going for 77 kilos, this in the 50 kilo weight division. The twice Pan Am champion, the Parapan Ams in 2013 and 2011. She was the America's championship winner in 2003. Only competed in one of these America's championships since then. That was 2015 in Toronto. Didn't register a weight in that. So if she gets this, it's her first in this championship for 19 years. And this obviously for the lead. Twice world championship silver medalist, twice world championship bronze medalist, 3 times Paralympic bronze medalist. Most recent of those, Beijing in 08. Also did it in Athens in 04 and Sydney 2000. 1998, her first major championship medal. Still coming back for more. She's had her injury problems that kept her out of the World Championships in 2017. Didn't register a mark in that. Really well supported in the Olympic basketball stadium there. A fabulous venue, as is this. Impressive auditorium. This for 77 for the lead for Laura Sorrero. Time, but she's used up as much of the 2 minutes as she can. Solid enough, but 2 referees against it. Differing reasons. One for the stop sequence and one for the press. So Laura Sorrero misses out. It was 2-1 against. And trying to avoid immediately what happened to her 5 years ago at those home World Championships. That could be a problem. So in terms of the host venue, what some of you might have missed earlier, it is Logan University. It is the base of United States Powerlifting in Chesterfield in St. Louis. And thankfully, it's been raining the past few days. And here comes Charlotte McGuinness from Harrogate. It's Not saying it's the sort of weather you're used to there, but it's been welcome the last few days because it's knocked the temperature down about 15 degrees. It was in the 40s Celsius, over 100 Fahrenheit, which is what they use in the US. So it's been a bit more bearable the past couple of days. Charlotte McGuinness, we saw at the World Championships in Tbilisi last year, finished 11th in that, silver in the World Juniors. This for the lead on 79, which will be close to a lifetime best of 80. And she's got it as well. She's got the lead as well for Great Britain. Charlotte McGuinness out in front on 79. This in the 55 kilo final in the open competition. Very simply done. Didn't waste much time up on the bench, lifted it, and that was the end of that. It's been training at Loughborough. Exercise science graduate from Leeds Trinity University. She's been studying for it anyway. Bronze in the Manchester World Cup last year. Not as many World Cups this year, obviously, because we've got the regional championships that are filling up a lot of the season. Really good lift for McGuinness. That has her in front. So another proper competitor from Mexico coming now. Mayra Hernandez going for 80. The former America's champion in 2015 in Mexico City. Bronze of the Pan Ams in Toronto that year. Silver, the next ones, the most recent ones in 2019 in Lima. Silver in the last America's Championship in Bogota. She competed in the Paralympics for the first time in Tokyo last August, but didn't register a mark. Guadalajara, her base. 80 for the lead for Hernandez. And she's got that, and that was quite simply done as well. All three white lights for her. Puts her in front in the 50 kilo events. And we've only had one miss so far. Mayra Hernandez out in front. Absolutely nothing for her to worry about. Obviously, at these days, you've got to wipe the bench down after each event. Thoroughly, fully. Kinda. A very good, solid advantage for Hernandez. Well, here's another competitor, time and again, who's been right at the top of the podium. The reigning America's and Pan Am champion, the winner in Bogota 4 years ago, who went on to do it in Lima at the Parapan Ams. Maria Santos of Brazil, going for 81 and the lead in this 50 kilo final. Been competing at major championships since the Worlds in 2006 in Busan. Former swimmer, not the only one we're going to see this week, this afternoon, this competition, this round. Carlos Williams is a coach. We're always at pains to stress that's not necessarily the person who's on stage helping out. Lifetime best of 91 for Maria Santos. She's 48 years old now, incidentally. The defending champion. Looking to strike the front. punched through well and gets it 2-1 in her favour. The only one against her was for the body sequence. That's the lead. And Maria Santos hits the front for Brazil. Very, very impressive lift. It was the body sequence that our centre referee, Jenny Ortiz from Colombia, voted her down on. But that was impressively finished by Maria Santos. Gets the mark, gets the lead. 2 to go in this opening round. Emanuela Romano of Italy was originally aiming for 76. She's going for 83 here. The former world 50 meters freestyle champion. 1 gold, 2 silvers in those World Para Swimming Championships. European bronze subsequently in 2016. And then after Rio at the Paralympic Games, knocked her swimming career on the head. Major Paralifting debut at the Worlds before Christmas in Tbilisi. Didn't register a mark there, based in Naples, coached by Alessandro Barasci. This would be, by a long way, a new lifetime best. Obviously, she's not from the Americas, but looking for the gold medal position in the Open Championship here. Maria Santos is leading the Americas Championship. And also, if you weren't with us for the Asia Oceania Championships in Pyeongtaek last month, there's another set of medals to be battled for as well, which is for the total lift across the 3 lifts of the competition. So you can finish outside the medals in the main event, but if you get all your 3 lifts in, then you can win a medal that way. So Romano for Italy for 83, for a substantial lead, for a new lifetime best. And she's made it. It's another sport for her to dominate. The former swimming world champion leads here, having lifted 83. Technically perfect, all 3 referees in her favour, a white out. And that was just tremendous. Nothing more to be said about that. Went for it, got it. Really strong, smooth lifting technique from Romano. And she goes into the gold medal position in the Open competition. We'll keep an eye on those total standings for you as well as the competition wears on. It's quite irrelevant in this first round, but comes into its own in the later stages. Final lifter. Tell you what, this is for gold. This is so far in advance of what everyone else has aimed for so far. This would be the retention of the title for Camila Campos, the defending champion from 4 years ago in Bogota, silver in 2015 in Mexico City, gold in Bogota in 2018, silver in the Pan Ams in Lima the following year, where quite a few of the weight divisions are bunched together. Even though in the 55 event she's in the same session as the 50 kilo lifters, she is going for her own categories medals here. And this would be gold. Going for 105. It is 10 kilos inside her lifetime best. This is really gettable for Camila Campos. Oh, she's not got it. It's 2-1 against. It's the body sequence and it's the press. Well, That's something to be ironed out, no doubt about it. Got that one wrong. They all voted her down in those two sections. The old chess sequence is now called the stop sequence. She was voted down on that and voted down on the press as well. This is how we stand after the opening round. Emiliano Romano is our leader in the 50 kilo event. Maria Santos in second spot, Mayra Hernandez in third. And in terms of the 55, Charlotte McGuinness of Great Britain and Fabiola Perez of Mexico, the 1 and the 2. But the Americas Championship leaders, which is why we're here. Maria Santos leads the 50 for Brazil and Fabiola Perez the 55 for Mexico, because Camila Campos missed out her opening lift, amazingly. That's a collector's item. She is not previously in a major championship. I know we've a long way to go. She's never failed to register at least one mark. Let's open the door for the rest for now. There's a long way to go. Into round 2, Fabiola Perez, who currently leads the Americas Championship at 55. Lifted 63 in the opening round, this for 66. Would be a new lifetime best for the World Junior Champion from Tbilisi in November. The category, which has now been retitled Next Gen. So 66 for Fabiola Perez. Solid execution, and she's got a 2-1 in her favour. Just the press sequence against from our sensory referee, Jenny Ortiz, but she's got that. 2-1 in her favour. It is a new lifetime best for the World Junior Champion. And nothing wrong with that at all. First major adult championship for her, the Mexican champion of 2022. So on we go. 50 kilo competition. Nayadet Garces of Chile, her second round attempt. Going for 78 here, having got 75 in the first round. That a lifetime best. This would be the same. At 75, her first successful lift in a major championship. And she's just bounded onto stage very quickly. She's got an immense amount of time still left on the clock. .78 for Nayadet Garces. Got it raised, looks solid, and she's got it. 3 white lights. That's brilliant. That was for 76. They've changed that very late. Was going for 78. Only added 1 kilo to it, but that's fine. That's 2 lifetime bests in the same day. And she's in the bronze medal position in the Americas Championship, 4th in the open competition. She leads the total lift. Well, there's a good reason for that. Next up, Lara Serrero for Mexico, who missed her first round attempt of 77, going for 78 now. Lorena Zapata, Mexico City. More or less 3 years of injuries she was battling through ahead of those Home World Championships in 2017. Contributing factor to not getting a mark in that. Pan Am gold in 03 and in 2011. Silvers in 2007 and 2015. Didn't compete in Lima by the looks of it. And didn't get into the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. No marks in London or Rio for her, but bronzes in her 3 other Paralympic Games appearances. $78 for Laura Serrero then. Looking for a smoother result. This time she's got a 2-1 in her favour. Just the one against her on the stop sequence. But Laura Serrero gets on the board. 78 kilos for her. And she goes into the bronze medal position in the Americas Championship. 4th overall. And everybody's had a successful lift at this stage. By the way, it's also worth pointing out the old head-to-head, that's gone. If you finished on the same mark as someone else who would go to whoever had the lightest body weight, that no longer applies. Ostensibly head-to-head lift-off, but as we saw in the Asian Championships, if both competitors don't want to do it, they share the medal. And guess what? In every case, in Pyeongtaek, everybody went to share the medals. Just like the Olympic high jump. Charlotte McGuinness for Britain going for 82 here. Currently leads in this 55 kilo final. The previous attempt of 79, Fabiola Perez has 66. Camila Campos missed her first round attempt to 105. So 82 for Charlotte McGuinness, which would be a new lifetime best. And she's made it happen. Charlotte McGuinness maintains her advantage at the top. And it's the heaviest competitive lift of her life. Very, very good. As always, put an immense amount into that. And McGuinness successful at 82 from Harrogate, now a Football League town. Hosted the Eurovision Song Contest once back in 1982 for American viewers. We could explain that to you, but we don't have enough months to do that. It's like the American Song Contest, but with viewers. Now, Mexico. This is Mayra Hernandez going for 85. Got 80 in the opening round. The former America's champion from Guadalajara, from the Jalisco club. This would be a new lifetime best as well for her, and would put her into the lead overall. This and the 50 kilo decider. That looked sufficiently smooth, and it was. It's 2-1 in her favour. Just a vote down for the stop sequence and the press, but that came from the same referee, so she doesn't have to worry about that. It's another good lift for Mayra Hernandez, and she is out in front. Our new leader, and she also leads in the total lift too. There's basically 4 sets of medals being competed for: the traditional best lift, where a champion is crowned, the total lift, and we're doing that in the America's Championship and in the Open as well. So if you get the heaviest lift, you get all 3 lifts, then you're going to win all the medals. All the golds, anyway. Emanuele Romano of Italy going for 86 now, having lifted 83 in the previous round, which was fantastic, and a new lifetime best. I mean, it takes something to be magnificent in one sport and then go off and do it all again in another one. May not necessarily have been a stranger to powerlifting anyway. Might have done a lot of that with her as part of her training for the swimming. Was a very good freestyler in the swimming, as well as in this, potentially. Alessandro Barasci is her coach. And she's going for gold straight away in the open competition. Now, the one thing we didn't have in Korea last month was a tie in first place. All of the ties were for bronze, and each time everybody elected just to share the bronze. Could potentially be a tie in top spot at the end of this round. That would be interesting. Here's Emanuela Romano, her middle lift of the 3. Struggling there. She's hitting her limit, matching her limit too. That's all 3 white lights in her favour. And she leads again on 86. Emanuela Romano. Very smooth, definitely from that angle. But then this tells a bit more of a different story. You can see the effort being put in there, no doubt about that. But she got it right, she kept it clean. And that for her is brilliant news. Romano will still be in the lead at the end of this round. But this is the lift that would tie for the lead. Maria Santos of Brazil going for 86. She too a former swimmer and based in Natal, right up in the north. The reigning champion in the Americas and in the Parapanams. '86 for Maria Santos. To take a share of the lead. And she has. It's good battle for the Americas gold. It's a very much tighter battle for the Open Championship gold. We've had 10 lifts so far in this 50 kilo event, and she's the 9th successful lift out of 10. Really impressive. Santos and Romano tied in 86. Santos leads the Americas Championship. Hernandez second on 85. And tied for bronze. Hello. Laura Serrero and Naida Garces. Camila Campos going for gold in the 55 kilo event. Missed out at 105 in the first round. Going for it again here. The Americas champion, silver in the Pan Ams in Lima. Bronze in Kitakyushu in the Asia Oceania Open Championships 4 years ago. She'd finished 4th in the European Open Championships in Berg-Sumer. Chile had sent their competitors everywhere almost. They tend to do that. So not just for the lead here, but this to win it, because nobody's going to come close to her if she's successful. Campos for 105. That looks impressive. That is good, and that's the win. Camila Campos gets that. 105 kilos out in front. And that will be the gold for Camila Campos. World Championships, where she finished 5th in the individual in Tbilisi last year. It's always finished 5th in the individual there. Can't say better than that. So a lot of information to take on here. Maria Santos and Manuela Romano share the lead in the open competition in the 50. Santos is the Americas leader. Hernandez silver in that. Laura Serrero and Naida Garces bronze in the Americas. In terms of the 55, Camila Campos has won that. McGuinness in second. Fabiola Perez in third. And the Americas 1-2 is Campos and Perez. And they're going to finish in those places in the 55 because the gaps are too big. Aiming for another lifetime best, Fabiola Perez for Mexico, going for 70. She's lifted 63 and 66 already. So currently in second place in the Americas Championship, third in the Open. And in terms of the total lift, this to put her in front. 2 sets of medals available in that, but the champion is still the person who gets the heaviest outright solo one-off lift, as it always has been. Perez for 70 for the lift of her life. It's asking a huge amount. She got it raised. Definitely stalled on the way up. And it was good. 2-1 in her favour. Puts her into gold in terms of the total lift. But she smashed her lifetime best a few times over today. And, well, that was fab. Fabiola Perez, in terms of the total lift, goes on to 199. McGuinness 161, Campos 105. They can both overtake her on that. But she's set for a bunch of medals today, thanks to this lift, definitely. And the fact she's got all three, even better. So in this final round, next to go, Naidette Garces. We're back into the 50 kilo competition here. And aiming for 82. Her first regional championship, her first continental championship. "25 years old, and the Chilean team just gets bigger. So she's in fourth in the open competition here. Bronze medal in the Americas. Currently sharing that with Laura Serrero. This to go third outright in the Americas. She's putting a lot into that. Naidette Garces. She's got it. 3 out of 3 for Garces. And again, that's a big help for her in terms of the total lift. She goes into the gold medal position in that. Ahead of Romano on 169. Santos third in the open total and second in the Americas. So many shots at medals available now, particularly when you've got a Continental Open Championship where you've got a lot from outside the continent competing as we have here. That was a brilliant lift. And that is 3 lifetime bests set by Naidette Garces today. That is fabulous. Fabiola Perez broke 2 today. Laura Serrero up now, going for 83. So ignore the fact that that would put her fourth in the open competition. She's aiming for the bronze in the Americas Championship to overtake Naidette Garces by 1 kilo. Obviously, if she'd aimed for 82, she'd be going for a share of the bronze. This to claim it off her own bat. The only time previously she's medalled at the Americas Championship, 2003. She's had so many successes previously, but this to keep it going into 2022 would be an America's bronze for Laura Serrero. Well, she got it raised. She's not got it, though. It's 2 and against. 1 for the stop sequence and 1 for the press. And Serrero, this time, finishes just outside the medals. She ends up with 78, 4th in the Americas, 5th in the open competition. And because she missed 2 of her 3 lifts, it doesn't give her a chance in the total lift either. And she ends in 78. Remarkable. We first saw her in 1998 at the World Championships. Charlotte McGuinness. Final attempt in the 55 kilo event. She has claimed the open silver. This to go in front in terms of the total lift in the open event. Aiming here for 84. And this would be another new lifetime best. Silver in the World Junior Championships, bronze in the Manchester World Cup last year. It finished 4th the year before that in her international debut. But she's had a really good time here. That could improve it even more so. We may be going to the flags here, by the way. Computer system, the results are coming in late. Now they're in, and she's got them all. 3 white lights. She's got all of her lifts in. And she goes into the gold medal position in the total lift. How tremendous for Charlotte Lottie McGuinness. It's a total lift of 245. Surpasses Fabiola Perez in that. And it is silver in the open competition. That's guaranteed. She's on the podium. As there's going to be a silver at worst for her in the total lift as well. Emanuela Romano going for 90 for Italy. She's lifted 83 and 86 already. So this is going to be a lot of fun because 3 are at the moment going for 90 kilos in this final round in the open competition. Don't know about you, I hope everybody gets it. Love to see what they'll do then. This for 90, she's currently leading jointly the open competition with Maria Santos of Brazil. Mayra Hernandez is a kilo behind on 85. Those 3 are all going for 90 in this final round. We've not had a situation since the old head-to-head rule was scrapped, basically, in terms of body weight. If that rule was still there, Emanuela Romano would be going for outright gold here. She has the lightest body weight of the 3 who are going for the 90 kilos, but you can forget about that as that rule is now history. It's another attempt at a lifetime best for Romano as well. Obviously, she must feel she can get it. Got it raised. That was a really good effort. But it just wasn't clean in the stop sequence. 2-1 against. She's missed out. She remains in the gold medal position. But all she can hope for now is that the rest will miss. She's in with a share of the open gold. It will, at worst, be a bronze. In terms of the total lift, she's in the silver medal position in the open competition behind Neida Garces, who also obviously leads the Americas competition as well. So we've had one miss at 90 from Emanuela Romano, who has succeeded at 86. Well, I'll tell you what, they've challenged that, and as you'll see, it's been approved, so she's got the lift at 90. So that changes the complexion a lot, suddenly, for Maria Santos, who now has to get 90. Well, for Romano, 2 of the 3 referees had voted her down on the stop sequence. That's been reversed on a coach's challenge. So Maria Santos has to get this at 90. Romano is in the lead now in the open competition in the total lift. She would stay there even if this is successful. Romano has won the total lift, from what I can see. But in terms of the Open Championship, well, it's going to be a lot of fun if Santos gets this, because then we've a tie in the gold medal position and they can either decide to share it or to keep lifting. This for 90. Santos has got it up there. And she's got it! 2 out of 3 in her favour. It took her a while to realise that. So she is in joint first place. She's in the gold medal position outright in the Americas Championship. And it's a tie for gold right now with Romano in the open. So now, Mayra Hernandez has to go for 90. So if Hernandez gets this, it's a 2-way tie at the top for the Americas gold, a 3-way tie for the open gold. And they can have a big, long conversation backstage then about what they want to do, if anything. Don't know about you, it'll be a lot of fun if she gets this. Mayra Hernandez. It's an attempt at her second lifetime best of the day. Going for 90 here. You'll see suddenly the little H8, the little head-to-head lift. If she wants to go for that in a moment. Has to get this first. It's awkward, it's awkward. Finally, she hit the top. But that press sequence took a long time. Doesn't get it. Misses out, but she finishes on 85. And that is an America's silver. It's an Open Championship bronze. Romano and Santos tied at the top on 90. And we'll have to see if they want to go again. One more lift to go in the regular competition. For our outgoing, successfully defending her title, claimed in Bogota 4 years ago. Camila Campos going for 110. 115 is a lifetime best. It is her second America's Gold. She wins the Open title as well. Same old story with her. She's got a huge amount of time left on the clock. Campos, the champion. And this to round off the win for 110. It's a really good, strong lift. And she's got it too. 110 for Camila Campos, all three in her favour. The whiteout is hers, the gold is hers. And that was just superb. Camila Campos is the America's champion for the second time. She's never actually won a Parapan Am's title. She's never actually won a global medal, either at a World Championships or at the Paralympic Games, curiously. This is the action backstage. The referees are still in situ to see if we are going to have a head-to-head lift-off between Romano and Santos. They've both lifted 90 here. In the Open Championship, Santos is the America's champion. Hernandez gets the Open bronze and the America's silver. Garces the America's bronze. In terms of the total lift, Romano takes the Open gold. Santos the Open silver. Santos wins the America's total as well, ahead of Garces in second, Hernandez third. The referees have stepped away. It looks like the Open gold will be shared between Emanuela Romano and Maria. So basically, the only way you're going to have two competitors who will do a head-to-head lift-off against each other are two people who really hate each other. You don't get that in this sport much. Victory ceremonies to come. Here are the highlights so far.
that I let you slip away. And maybe I can say this out. Could I be so stupid? Yeah, I feel so useless. You deserve better than this. And I will try to fix it. Take me back into your arms. I wanna dance with you, my love, and be next to you beneath the stars. Give me one more chance, my love. Take me back into your arms. I wanna dance with you, my love, and be next to you beneath the stars. Give me one more chance, my love. Give me one more chance.
So the victory ceremonies to come right now. There's quite a few ceremonies to get through because you've got the Americas Championship and you've got the Open Championship. You've got the best and the total. The medals will be presented by Colleen Young, the three-time US Paralympian and medalist in swimming. Presenting the mascots will be Tiffany Williams, the Doctor of the Chiropractic student and student activities representative for the Logan Student Government. So first of all, the ceremony for the Open Champion, and it is bronze for Mira Hernandez, who lifted 85, her best of the day, coming in the second round. The Americas champion in 2015. And we've a tie for the gold. Manuela Romano and Maria Santos getting the Open gold medals for both lifting 90 kg. Santos getting hers first. The Americas champion as well, outright. And Manuela Romano, the former swimming world freestyle champion in the 50, the ultimate sprint in that sport, takes the gold here. One of the two golds in the Open Championship for Italy. So 2 golds, and that means 2 anthems as well for Italy and for Brazil. That was Brazil. This is it. Well, to my mind, it's the first time in history that we've had a shared gold medal in this sport. It's the first time both anthems have had to be played. And I'm guessing one or two of the officials got confused by that. They'd better get used to it. Gold for Italy, gold for Brazil. Romano for Italy. Santos for Brazil. Will hear her anthem again in a few minutes as she is the America's champion. So there are 4 different victory ceremonies for this event, for 50 and 55. Actually, no, hold on a sec, there's 8. 50 and 55. Open for both. Best for both, total for both. We're going to be here a while. America's best, America's total, open best, America's total for both 50 and for 55. So I wouldn't make any plans if I were you for the next while. So now this is for the America's best lift. We've already seen Romano and Santos pick up gold for the Open Championship, but these are the America's Championships. This is what it's all about, being the America's champion. And it'll be another gold for Maria Santos for Brazil. So Chilean bronze for Nayadet Garces as well. In third position. It's her first major championship medal. Didn't manage to register a mark at the Worlds last year. Well, she has here. Completely. Silver for Mexico and Mayra Hernandez. Second round lifted 85. Second consecutive America's Championship in which she's got a silver medal. Did it in Bogota 4 years ago. The champion in 2015 she was. And the champion again here is Maria Santos. She's taken the Open gold. She is the America's champion as well. Retaining her title. And next year in Santiago, looking to defend her Pan Am's crown. Gets gold again, so we get to hear the national anthem of Brazil again. Yeah, impressive victory. No doubt about that. She's still the one to beat in this weight division. Maria Santos is the America's champion again. And we'll see her back out for the total competitions too. Hey, good spread of medals there as well. Brazil, Mexico, and Chile. Nayadet Garces was actually the first ever bronze won by a Chilean woman in the history of this competition. We continue to crown the champions. Next up, women's 55 kilo. This is the Open competition, which also included Charlotte McGuinness for Great Britain. That's what's happening backstage. We've got men's finals coming up shortly. That'll be in the 59 and 65 kilo finals. So the top three in the open competition in the women's 55 kilo event. And this, by the way, is the third victory ceremony of 8 in this run. Camila Campos, top of the pile again. A great result for Fabiola Perez of Mexico. Picks up the bronze medal here. The World Junior Champion, the Mexican Senior Champion. Lifted 70. Got all 3 of her lifts as well. And it is bronze in the Open Championship for Fabiola Perez. It is Open Championship silver for Lottie McGuinness. Charlotte McGuinness of Great Britain picks up the silver. Now, she too got all of her lifts. That will help her a lot in the total standings. She gets the silver medal. Got as high as 84. It's gold, all the golds. For Camila Campos of Chile. She retains her America's title. She won that in Colombia 4 years ago. This in the United States in St. Louis. Campos missed her first round attempt of 105. That might have opened the door for the rest. It didn't, because she got her second attempt at 105. Finished on 110. Takes the gold, and it means we now get to hear the anthem of Chile. Tremendous success again for Camila Campos as she picks up the Open gold medal, and very shortly she will get her main prize for being the America's champion again. Good result for Charlotte McGuinness, getting the silver medal in this Open Championship. Fabiola Perez the bronze for Mexico. We'll see her back shortly. Because next up, the Americas goals. Just 2 medalists in this. For the Americas, the 2 who qualified for this 55 kilo final. Those are the 2 names up on screen now. Well, we've seen them before. And it will be an America's silver for Fabiola Perez, thanks to the lifts of 70. We still have to see all the medal ceremonies for the total lift, which is a new category, the aggregate across all 3 lifts. Open bronze, but these are the America's Championships. It's about who the continental champion is, who the continental medalists are, and it is silver for Fabiola Perez. Got all 3 of her lifts as well. She'd gone into this with a lifetime best of 65, got 63 in the opening round, added 66 and then 70. Fabiola Perez receives the Americas silver. It's already 1 gold though. Around the neck of Camila Campos, and here comes another one. Best lift of 110. World Championship team golds in Tbilisi in December. She retains her America's title from Bogota 4 years ago. So she's done it again, and here's the Chilean anthem again. Very, very impressive champion Camila Campos remains. And puts her in great stead ahead of next year's Parapanams in Chile, in the capital, in Santiago. So those are the champions lifts done. We should also be seeing the ceremonies for the total competitions. Well, we should be, but they've just taken the podium away. We're going straight into the men's 59 kilo final. So the total presentations, there is another